Hi everyone, welcome back to this month's construction update at Corner House Residences. The project's really taking shape now. We're standing on level 1 deck, and we've got some really interesting elements to show you. So from our last update, we mentioned that level 1's probably our most complicated, intricate floor to pour and to set up. We'll show you a couple of those elements in some detail in a minute. Adding to that, we've got our main foyer feature awning. The formwork element for that has turned up just a half an hour ago, so we should be able to see that taking place. Other elements is the level 2 formwork on the northern end as being prepped now. By the time we get the level 1 slab completely poured, the formwork will follow the sequence around and we'll be ready for get the complete level 2 formwork deck by the time that gets poured, which is due next week. So we're down on ground floor now. This is our main driveway entry. Over my left shoulder here will be the driveway into both the visitor parking and the basement. So the guys are coming through now and stripping all of this bird cage through the entire floor, and that will allow us then to strip the backprops from basements as well. Because level 1 is our thick transfer floor with that post-tensioning element, it's already up to strength. So it can carry its own weight. Therefore, we don't need any scaffold or any backprops from this point on. We will need it on the other floors when we get up to the traditional slab configuration. But for level 1, it's almost immediately up to strength. So this is the last section of the level 1 slab that we referred to. The guys over my left shoulder here are working with the oxy torch on bending some of the Rio in place. So we're standing inside level 1 slab at the moment, and gives us the opportunity to see some of these elements that we've talked to up close. As I mentioned earlier, the plumbing comes in first, so the guys mark out very specifically where the pipes are going to run, then put the saddles in, which basically elevates it and sets the falls. The other elements that we can see here is this post-tensioning, and this is the last opportunity we'll see this. Once this floor gets poured in the next few days, this will all be effectively closed up. So post-tensioning is got a dead end and a live end. This end here is the live end, and that's what they call stressed. The dead end has got a locking on the end of the cable, then the cable gets laid inside the slab. The cable's then poked out and they are brought through this coil sleeve. That then gets held up against the concrete, and then next week when they come along to stress it, they'll put a pneumatic gun on it, and that'll pull the cable. The dead end's going to hold that end in place, and then this live end pulls it and tensions the slab. Once that gets to full tension, it gets locked off, and then they pour the concrete over, cut that off, and then that's the end of it. You basically don't see any more. So this is a great spot to see the various elements of what will be our reverse dome feature awning. It's essentially our formwork deck here to create a flat level surface. Then we've had some large styrofoam elements made, specifically cut to the diameter of the ceiling of the awning. We've seen the foam half pipe that's just been put in place. That creates the negative space. And now what's happening over our shoulder here on the right is we had a special jig made up out of marine ply that created the outer shape of the dome. And now the guys are putting in the Rio cage, so that maintains the shape. Then they'll weld it into place, and then once it's a complete unit, it'll get craned in and sit over the top of the foam half pipe. Once it's all done and the concrete's poured, then we'll drop the foam out. That'll create the negative space, and effectively then we'll be left with the feature domed soffit. We're going really well on site. As always, level 1, as I said, is the tricky floor. Once we get past that, which will be, basically August, we'll be clear of it. We're getting to the typicals, and then things will really start to go quickly. Next month's video will be quite interesting. All this birdcage scaffold behind me will be cleared, ground floor will be cleared, basement will be cleared. We'll start to see the building really open up, and from there on through, most of our scaffold goes onto the level 1 deck. So that'll be very interesting next month. Until then, keep well, and thanks for watching. Bye.